edition of Windows on Current Affairs, and today we talk about the government's plan for 2030. As we all know that the first and foremost plans for the Egyptian administration, according to directives of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, is the 17 goals for the sustainable development. He has been promoting and talking and setting awareness about those 17 goals wherever he went and in every single occasion. And that was so clear when Egypt assumed the chairmanship of the African Union. The amount of effort that was spent in the continent amongst brotherly African countries, Egypt's efforts, and the awareness concerning those 17 goals, and during the President's international visits to different countries, and the plans for 2030 that is set by the Egyptian administration are very important. Why? Because it complies with the 17 goals for sustainable development. Today we're going to be talking about how far Egypt have come with achieving some of those goals, especially with infrastructure, especially with economic growth, with the health programs that has been evidently clear during the past 3 years, according to the Egyptian administration, and that was executed, and a lot more. So many projects. Today we're going to be talking about this, and we're very delighted to be having with us Dr. Dina Hafeez al-Gharabawi, and she's Sustainable Development Activist. Hello, Dr. Gharabawi, and we have had the pleasure to host you before, and we have talked about the 17 goals, but today we're going to elaborate in detail about the importance of those 17 goals, each and every one of them, that were set by the Sustainable Development Plans, vision.
So I would like to thank you for that introduction.
Our pleasure.
Actually, I feel proud that I have you in the studio with me, because before the studio, I feel like you're interested in such details. So it's not only your job, so you're interested from within. So
with passion.
Yes. So, all right. So, just to make sure that we are on the same page, I will give a brief about the sustainable development firstly. It's that kind of development that helps people to take care of the planet, and also to make sure that we are taking the next generations into consideration. So, I'm not working only, I'm not living only with myself, I'm taking other people into consideration, and also the planet. So I think it's not only in Egypt, like for all of the countries which participated in the meetings of the United Nations, while like putting the strategies of applying the Sustainable Development Goals, the 17 goals. Like we came to an agreement that everything has to be taken into consideration regarding partnerships, peace, people, and the planet. Like we have 5 P's of sustainable development, so that we can achieve prosperity. And also we need to make sure that the planet is being involved in the whole plan, because you know, if we are only taking care of people, a virus is being roaming around, and like the virus is not people, but it's affecting the prosperity and the lifestyle of people. We have coronavirus.
And the planet at the same time.
Yes.
Because the planet is not only about people. Yes. It's about the environment, it's about the species, it's about animals, it's
the
about
creatures.
plants.
Yes.
And the creatures.
Yes.
Right.
So if we didn't take care of the creatures that live with us, I think the nature will like act against. Like,
and that's what happened.
Yes.
In COVID-19.
Yes, exactly.
You said it very simply, and I thank you for that. If we do not act in a respectable way towards the planet, there is going to be a strong reaction on behalf of the planet, and this is exactly what happened with the pandemic. It evolved. SARS have evolved into COVID-19, and again there are strains, and coming up is the 3rd strain. But also we admire very much a phrase that you just said, elaborated on, which is people, peace, and the planet.
Yes.
That's a great
People
phrase.
and the planet have to be in peace.
Of course.
And also partnerships. If everyone is working separately, I think we will not come to a result. We need to make sure that like we are working on multiple projects, but we have the same goal, and we can establish partnerships so that we can achieve something in timely manner. You know, when we are working on a project in Egypt, like I work in research, and sometimes I need the data or the statistics from another country. Some people working in UK, so I just send them an email and they send me the data. Also, I send them some information about the disease in Egypt and like what we got, so that we can help each others to develop something before we get symptoms that can be like more aggressive or symptoms that is not expected. So I think partnerships also is one of the most important factors so that we can come to results in timely manner. Something I feel very proud of, I meet a lot of people in like young age, like under 30 years old, and when we when we are planning for something, like we are taking the planet, people, peace, partnerships, and other stuff. But you know, you are interested to have the quality of the result applied. This quality means prosperity. We are not interested to find a solution for a problem and the problem is solved and that's it. The solution has to be of a good quality, of a high quality, so that it can be sustained for the long run. So I think the government is helping people for that, like the ministries. And last episode I spoke about a program of the government about empowering people who came after coronavirus, who came back to Egypt and stuff. But for people who live in Egypt, we have the economic growth, the new cities, the quality of education. I believe that it's not the highest that we are looking for yet,
but we have come a long way.
We are working. We are, and there is a development that we need to make sure that we are raising or praising the people who are working on. Also, for the sustainable effects of the development, we need to make sure that it's on the long run, high quality solutions. And also, we are not harming any creature while the process. So while we are working on the economic growth, we need to make sure that the planet is not harmed by that. For example, we have the projects that support recycling and making sure that the plastic is not that much used as before, because I'll tell you something maybe not all of people know about. Do you know how the plastic was generated, or when exactly the plastic was introduced to our world as a material to be used? It was during the Second World War. They were trying, the engineers were trying to find a material that is very light, so that they can use it during the the planes and the other the airplanes. They are interested to have a very light material that can help them get the weight not that much heavy for the weapons and the other stuff. So the plastic is a very harmful material. It came out of war, and it was for a bad reason, you know, a bad purpose. So what happened after that? The plastic is really hard to get recycled. But at least and also the plastic is not a sustainable material. You know, if we are working on a program so that we can get people in the slum areas educated, and we need to have a lot of plastic cups so that we can reduce infection. It's a disposable material. We need to use the cup, and no one else will use it. You need to
destroy it.
Yes.
Get disposed.
So yeah, you said destroy it. The plastic is not a destroyable material. This is the most dangerous part about the plastic. So we need to use paper cups instead of plastic cups. So we are working on a project. It's sustainable regarding education, regarding economic growth, but we need to take care of the materials that we are using, because if we are using bad materials like the plastic, we are not sure that this will help the planet. So people, peace, prosperity, planet, and partnerships. If we are taking care of the 5 P's at the same time, I'm sure that we will not hurt any of the 5.
So it's people, peace, the planet.
People, planet, in peace,
Okay.
and then partnerships between
A
people
partnership.
to have prosperity achieved by the end.
Very important 5 words.
Yes.
But again, talking about the plastic, and
Yes.
everybody's totally, I'm sure, totally agreeing with you. But sometimes it has certain usable means, like in medical equipments and stuff like this.
Exactly, yes.
But tell me, why is it hazardous? Because sometimes we fail totally to understand it. We love it.
Yes, yes, yes.
Why is it a hazard? Because it's hazardous because of the material it's made of?
Yes.
Can't we upgrade the material? I mean, like for example, excuse my ignorance if I tell you, there are certain types of plastic that you get it inside the microwave. So
Yes, yes.
does
So-
that mean that this is safe
so
plastic?
If you flipped the package of the plastic, you will find a triangle of the recycling. So there is a lot of forms of the plastic, but all of the forms are not recyclable. They are recyclable, but they are not sustainable. By the end of the day, the plastic bag that we use, if we left it in the desert, if we left a human being in the desert, I will turn into an organic material, and then I'll be a petrol in 5 billion years. Okay, but the plastic bag will be beside me as what it is. It's not an organic material.
Okay.
Yes. So that's why the plastic can't be affected underwater. You will find the underwater creatures, the sea creatures, having the plastic on their face.
I always see it, and I feel
Yes.
so sad.
So yes, and it's very like the plastic itself, the format of the plastic was made so that we can make sure that the airplanes can survive more with no heavy weight. So a plastic bag, if you put it to weight, it will not be like something that it has no weight, but it weighs for something else, which is the dangerous aspect of being not sustainable. It's recyclable. We can use it again, and we can change the format, like for the lunch boxes, the other stuff that we can use, put inside of the microwaves. This is healthy. But by the end of the day, if we threw this plastic box for any purpose other than recycling, I'm afraid it will be as what it is. And if we heat the plastic, it will turn to a very hazardous material.
Exactly,
and gases as well.
I was going to ask you that question, talking about another hazardous point when it comes to plastic, is that if you leave a plastic bottle inside a car in the sun, it could cause cancer. I mean, talk to us about the dangers of the interaction of plastic with warmth, or the hot temperature, and how would it affect the human body and
Great.
cause
This is
danger
a
to
great question.
that body?
Great. So actually, it's not only for the plastic, but as you mentioned, like some kind of plastics are healthy enough so that it can be affected by the temperature. You mentioned that if we heated food inside of the boxes in the microwave, it will not it will not cause any harm. But again, if we flipped the plastic boxes or the cups or anything, we need to make sure that it has the triangle of recycling. And there is now we have something from the ISO. It's a green paper, a logo of a green paper. A green leaf. Actually, it's not applied yet because it's under experiments. Because some of people, they don't like to have a box that they eat from recycled. We don't know how was that box before it was recycled.
Of course, and
Yes.
there is also the tissues.
Yes, like
How come they recycle the tissues? I mean, it's something that is very sensitive.
we need to make sure that we are reading what is behind the packages, because I know some some famous trademarks. They are very they are taking the precautions regarding recycling the tissues. Actually, we can't recycle tissues because it's paper, and some infections can be like if we
Exactly.
heat it.
So why do they allow it in the first place?
Actually, it's not allowed by the government.
But
If anyone is,
it's being sold inside the supermarkets.
yeah, I know that, but sometimes we have the like if it's heated for above 60, 65 degrees, all of the existing infections can be like like all of the viruses, bacteria, and any organisms can be we can get rid of those infections while we are heating above 65. But I need to make sure that we are aware that some creatures are there, like the coronavirus. It was SARS, and then we have COVID, and we are not sure that these creatures can turn into a dangerous.
Or it could evolve
yes,
again.
it
Could it
can
evolve after heat? After, I mean, high temperature?
We don't know yet. Like we didn't expect COVID to be
Yes,
here.
yes.
We are
I
waiting
totally
for
understand.
the thing to happen. Yes.
We still don't know yet.
Yes.
Which is very dangerous.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
Actually, this is
funny.
This is very important. Like this is very sarcastic. When we
Sarcastic.
are working in the research unit, like okay, we are not sure about anything. It's
Of
science,
course.
but we are not sure about anything. So
You're
when
exploring
yes,
from scratch.
Yes, and sometimes when we are like sharing jokes and stuff, so we share jokes about the things that we don't know. So maybe there is another planet or other people that will think that we are aliens, and we can be infectious to them, and other stuff. As what I mentioned, recycling the tissues. We are not sure yet what will happen in case we are recycling the tissues, but at least there is no record of anyone developed a serious reaction or a body reaction or even an infection after using a recycled tissue. At least it's taking the it's following the guidelines of the government right now and the health administration regarding how to recycle. So it's good. But what I'm speaking about is some of the tissue recycling companies are not taking the guidelines into consideration. So we need to read what is written behind the package, so that we can make sure that it's approved by the government. Sometimes I live in New Cairo and I come here to downtown so that I can record the episode here. So sometimes I see people sharing some stuff in the buses and stuff. So we are not allowed to use such tissues because we don't know if the recycling or the healthy approval of the government is not reflected on the package. I think if we are saving money, if one package of tissue costs 5 Egyptian pounds in the supermarket or in the pharmacy, and it costs one only Egyptian pound in the bus, if it has the approval of the government, that's good. We are saving money. If it doesn't,
it's not saving.
It's not saving. You are paying the price from your health. I think it will be more
waste of money later on.
Yes.
But again, we need you to explain to us, which is very important to sustainable development, what is supposed to be recycled and what is not supposed to be recycled, because people get confused. We see those green and blue and red and those garbage bins, and we never understand. Worldwide, not only in Egypt. In schools they leave it, but we should be, I mean, there should be campaigns, awareness campaigns to educate people about what to be recycled and what's not to be recycled.
That's a great. Actually, I used to do that in the university, and people were we were giving training with gamifications, so that we can give people balloons with the green color, red color, and yellow color, so that they can make the difference between the materials that can be recycled. But we need to do that in the streets. Like I need to get there in Qasr Nil,
but what is the blue and what is the green and what is the red?
So for the green, everything that has that can be recycled will be put inside of the green the green bin. What is the things that we need to make sure that they can be recycled? the plastic cups, anything that is plastic, we don't have to flip the package. Like put it, and the people who are taking care of such stuff will categorize the plastic by the end of the day. But let's make sure that the plastic is being put inside of the green one. And
so plastic cannot be recycled.
Can be recycled. It's okay. So it's not sustainable, but it's recyclable. It depends on the way that we recycle the plastic. Like the plastic can be classified into many categories. Like category A can be recycled and can be healthy by the end of the day. Like we have other categories that can be recycled because of the materials that will develop during the recycling process. So it's better not to waste our time, energy, and also our money.
It could be hazardous also.
Yes.
What is to be recycled?
Yes, the plastic, the paper, anything that is paper, it's a great material for recycling.
Even if it's not clean?
Yes, if it's not clean, it's fine. Like you go to the dentist, and the dentist had the oven, the same iron materials.
Sanitizer, you mean?
Yes, it's yes.
It becomes sanitized?
It's not only sanitized. It's like it's something in medicine. Like it's not for 100 degrees. The
compressed.
Oven, yes, exactly. So it can be safe. Like it was in the mouth of someone else before you, but once it's put inside of the oven, it's clean. It's purely clean, so that we can use it again. Like some of the materials that can be used in the clinics, you know, hospitals and other stuff, it will be very expensive, so that we can dispose each and every single tool. But for the paper, it's one of the great materials to be recycled, because very small heat can help us, so that we can make sure that there is no infections related to that, or no infections can be transmitted once we recycle it and once we use it again. So now we have the plastic, we have the papers. You mentioned that we have a lot of bins, like 3 bins. Food can be recycled.
Food can be recycled.
Yeah, it can be recycled, but we need to make sure that we are making sure that infections can be eradicated before we use food with any other people.
How come we recycle food?
Yes. Here in
I mean,
Egypt,
we recycle it, we make another meal with it?
No, yeah, okay. So we take the plastic to a factory. We take the, I'll tell you about the other stuff now, but regarding the food, we are not allowed to leave food as it is. Like if you have a package of food, it's better to make sure that you have the solid particles of food into another bin, which is the one of the plastic. Like let's say I have burger and cola, or fizzy drink. Okay, we are not allowed to share the names. So a fizzy drink and a burger. What should I do if I don't need such stuff and I have no one so that I can share the remaining of my food with? So
I give it to a stray dog.
Because you're a human being. Okay. So after we give the fizzy drinks to the dog, because it's hot weather.
No, the burger.
The burger, okay. After we give them so we still have the remainings, okay? The cup is a paper cup, and the seal is a plastic seal. I don't know what's in English, like the chalumeau. It's plastic.
The straw.
The straw. So we put the plastic cup. Sorry, the paper cup, the plastic seal, and the straw in the green pen, okay? And then we still have food. So we have meat, which is solid. We have some, let's say we have sauce, like ketchup and other stuff. We are not allowed to put meat, which is solid, with the ketchup and the other fluid materials with each other, because it will not be food after 1 hour. Like it's not in the fridge.
It's going to decay.
And it will be a source of infection.
Really?
Yes. If you ate food that is not in the fridge, it was left in the normal atmosphere for 2 hours, and it's very hot weather, like it's 40 or 41 today. So of course it will be bad. So it will be a source of infection. Like we can develop diseases because we ate like bad food. So we need to make sure that we are putting the solid materials in the.
But can we make can we manufacture? Is this a type of an industry? If we recycle food, can we manufacture other things out of it?
No, actually no. But some people take food and other stuff so that they can use it as like food to animals, or we need to make sure that it's not being getting rid of with the materials that will be recycled, because it will like for the paper cups, if you put something which is fluid with it, the paper will not be a paper anymore. So you are not helping the recycling. That's why we are getting categories of the bins. But for food, it's not recycled as the idea of recycling. Like it will turn into another material that can be used again. No, it will not be recycled this way. But if we are taking care of if we are taking the food in one bin and also taking the plastics and papers into another bin, this will help us to make sure that all of the materials are being disposed as the exact format that we need, so that it can be recyclable by the end of the day. I think it's something like, are you confused or?
No, probably not so many people have this type of awareness, because it's very complicated. And I think much more campaigns, you should expand the campaigns that would set awareness when it comes to recycling different elements.
Actually, we were working with the students of Ain Shams and also EUC, the American University, to have a campaign on TV in Ramadan. Everyone is watching series and other stuff, so we need to make sure that like we are sending the message in the right time while all of the family members are there. You know, now we have the power of social media. If the campaign is a little bit sarcastic, so people will share, and you will find someone who has the knowledge adding a comment on any of the social media platforms, so that we can make sure that we are creating something out of the campaign. But actually, we had coronavirus and other stuff, so the meetings, we didn't get the authorization for the meetings. We are not allowed to be a lot of people in a closed room. So we decided to keep it as it is, but we are posting on social media and we are sharing the posts. I have something in mind, and I hope that we can do that, like in the you know, while the traffic, a lot of cars are there and people are it's hot weather and people are waiting for 1 or 2 minutes just to pass. I need to make sure that we can leave them brochures or anything, and we can get the partnership of you know, I don't know, the authorized people, like the kind of officers who are there for the traffic. So we already did that with the government, and we got the authorization. But we are waiting for the material of the brochures. I'm sure that like once we are done, I'll come here and I'll share with you the.
You'll be more than welcome.
It's a great project, and you know what?
Amazing.
Yes, you know what? In the most condensed parts of Cairo, like Giza, downtown, and other, like we have a lot of traffic. So we can use the traffic so that we can. Like help people getting educated about the planet, the sustainable development.
Of course, and over social media, but we're going to go to a short break and we'll come back again. So stay with us.
All right.
Welcome back. Unfortunately, we ran out of time, but it was very interesting setting some awareness to the viewers about sustainable development, because recycling is one of the main pillars of caring for the environment and sustainable development, and to stand up to climate change, by the way.
Yes, climate change.
Maybe on a promise that you could explain to us how.
Yes, yes.
In
for
another
the climate
episode.
change, yes.
Hopefully, inshallah, because we'll have to end it here. We're very, very grateful to you, Dr. Dina Hafeez Al-Gharabawi. You're a sustainable development activist. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, of course, and it has been always a pleasure to be with
Our
you, Dina.
pleasure, a real pleasure. Thank you so much, and until we see you again next week, that's a goodbye.